Oh my God, it is official. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Tyson Fury Part 3, now made official by PBC on Fox. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. I drop daily content such as this, all things boxing. This is your one-stop shop for boxing news, views, pre and post-fight breakdowns. If you like that kind of thing, all boxing, some UFC, hit the subscribe button. Now, it has been made official. You guys see, let's jump right into it. Wilder just did an interview, which was explosive, very good stuff. I did a live stream about it, check that out. And right after that, around that time, PBC seemed to be very synchronized, and they posted this. It says, the trilogy fight is on. Deontay Wilder and WBC champion Tyson Fury will fight July 24th in Las Vegas. Now, I know this isn't brand new news for some people, but I was waiting for this moment just for it to be official. Now, if you follow the channel, if you don't, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. But it was important and an important win for Deontay Wilder when he won the arbitration, which the news of that broke. I made videos about it informing y'all. It put an end to the whole fake cap Joshua versus Fury conversations and ushered in the Wilder Fury 3 fight, right? Wilder getting a crack at his old belt, the WBC. He told you guys multiple times, and even on this podcast interview, that he believes basically Fury was did some things in the fight. We'll just say that. Did some things in the fight that altered the performance, his performance. And he said he can't wait to showcase and show you what he has in store. He says the worst thing, I'm just going to paraphrase here. He said the worst thing is they gave me this much time to replenish, to rejuvenate, and to recover. He says he's been working, he's been getting proper sleep. And he said it would have been better for Fury had the fight happen, you know, if the pandemic hadn't happened and the fight had happened immediately after the second fight. But with that not being the case, he said he feels good. He's been well rested. You see him right here having fun with his trainer, Malik Scott. He also talked about Malik Scott. He said the synergy's there. He's a very loyal person unless you give him reason not to be loyal. And he said Malik Scott is a genius when it comes to the sweet science. He really studies the sport. He respects the sport, student of the game. And it looks like you have a great synergy. They're working together, and I like it. I just like the grind. Now, another thing that I noticed is Wilder sound insanely calm and insanely confident. He says you didn't get the real world didn't get the Wilder that they've always seen. He says anybody that watched the fight would be able to suggest as much. When they took that helmet off me, I felt fatigued, lethargic. I felt drained. Something was wrong. And me being a warrior, he said I could have just pulled out and said to my team, like, hey, something's real wrong. I can't continue to fight. But he said, I'm a warrior, so I just accepted what was to come and fought my heart out. And he's like, you don't ever throw a towel in at Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, because he says I have power 1 through 12 and anything can happen. And I'm a warrior. You got to let me go out on my shield. He hit on a lot of points. You know, you guys got to check out the podcast interview, but he talked about a lot of things. He said there's a lot of fake love, basically. A lot of people who are acting like, oh, they care, like, hey, your health comes first and stuff. And he said, let's be honest, let's be real. If something were to happen to me, y'all ain't going to take care of my kids. So what are we talking about? He says, I made a lot of basically smart investments. I have a great team, and I've made a lot of deposits that will pay dividends, and my kids will be rich and well taken care of regardless of me. And I like that. That's great father talk. And it's great to see that Wilder is wise with his money, and he got a plan, you know, just in case type of plan where his family is set and taken care of. Wilder is a very good interview. And the other thing I want to give props to PBC for is this is how you do it. Everything seems to be synchronized. It's like synchronized swimming, very organized. Wilder just did the PBC podcast, as I mentioned, explosive stuff. I've been giving you quotes throughout this video. And right after that, they posted this. The graphic confirmed that the trilogy is on, which we knew, but it's just good to hear that confirmation that they have it all in plan. Because at one point there was, Bob Arum was saying like, oh, July 24th is a tentative date. But just to get that reassurance is great. And everything is real synchronized. I like that. I like that a lot, because you look at the contrary, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, and Frank Warren, and Joshua and Tyson Fury, they promised a fight they couldn't deliver. That's the skinny of it, mate. They promised a fight that they couldn't deliver, an undisputed fight with Joshua and Fury in Saudi Arabia. First of all, I don't understand what has happened, and I'm going to not go too deep into it, but I'll save it for another video. When did Saudi Arabia become the hotbed for boxing? You know what I mean? This is not a country that is known for sports in general, let alone boxing. A couple years ago, Eddie Hearn and Joshua should have fought Wilder, and they could have fought for Undisputed. Now everybody wants to do Undisputed. Crazy how that works. Wilder smoked out Joshua, made Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn look extremely bad, never fought him, looked afraid of Wilder, wouldn't let him in the ring. He's like, oh, it's my ring. Why should Wilder be in my ring? After the Joseph Parker fight, etc. And then now everybody's sold on Undisputed. And I distinctly remember Anthony Joshua stating that British fighters have always had to travel, and all of a sudden he wants to put a bed into that. He wants to put that to bed. And he says Wilder has to fight him in the UK. But now a mere couple years later, they're trying to take the fight to Saudi Arabia. But I thought Wembley and packing out Wembley was the goal. So what changed? What changed along the way? So Joshua and Eddie Hearn look extremely bad. They couldn't deliver. Now Eddie Hearn's talking about Joshua could drop a belt to not fight Usyk, depending on some things, and it wouldn't go to purse bid. It just looks horrible. It looks horrible. And then as far as people who were trying to skip over Deontay Wilder, they look bad too, because Wilder looks extremely fit. He looks in shape. He looks mentally to be in a good space. His energy was there. It just looked like the regular Wilder. He had time to recover and replenish. And this could offset and upset a lot of old media, because Wilder looks like he's back. And what he's promising and what he's suggesting is going to happen, he says, don't blink. It's going to be very violent. If you're squeamish, then you don't want to watch my fight. And he just looks locked in and laser focused. So I can't wait. There's also detractors, naysayers, the racists, the biased fans who told you that nobody wants to see a third fight with Wilder and Fury. But that's a lie, because I want to see the fight between Wilder and Fury part 3. And if you look at it, PBC, when they had Wilder on the podcast just now, that was like one of the most maxed out attendances that they had for a PBC fighter. Like they do the PBC podcast pretty routinely, and Wilder had a bunch of people in there, almost 10,000 or whatever on that particular count, were tuned in to hear what Wilder had to say. So Wilder is must-see TV. He's a charismatic character. And unlike Tyson Fury, Fury says a lot, but Wilder does a lot. When Wilder makes these threatening promises and stuff and says he's back and rebuilt and stuff like that, we know he has real life, swear to God, God-given power. Fury talks about it and says, I'm going to crack his skull and I'm going to do this and dent. And Wilder says, we know Fury's under a microscope. No, he can't make one false move. He got to fight me on the up and up. And even though I don't believe the last fight was on the up and up, they still couldn't just punish me. What does that say? You fought with all your might and a cheat code, and in the end, you still couldn't just rock and crush this man and make him like fold and give up. That's saying a lot. And that shows it's a testament to the willpower of a guy like Deontay Wilder, true warrior. You know, I don't even understand how Wilder gets all the hate that he gets. I do understand it. I don't understand it from who I am as a person, but I understand, you know, the racists and the detractors. Wilder's just too powerful, and he speaks and represents his people. He represents the culture. He is a fun-loving dude, but he has the dark side. when it comes to the Bronze Bomber character, and he can make good on what he's saying. But just like you see in this picture, maybe some people would suggest that he was overconfident in the second fight. I believe Tyson Fury cheated. I've already put that on wax and put that on record. I think it's going to be a totally different fight, and I can't wait. Great to see it was officially announced and conducted, in my opinion, the right way. There was no 1 more week, mate, and constantly talking about it and belaboring the point and beating a dead horse. All that for what I told you was going to happen. DAZN, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotion, Bob Arum could not deliver. They did all that talking about a fight to not deliver the fight. PBC, they're hitting the nail on the head with fights like Pacquiao Spence. Great fight. Pacquiao may be reinstated. Check my videos on that. He may be reinstated as super champion. Wilder Fury closed this chapter with another explosive fight. And I can't wait, you know, good times. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how I did in this video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TUBEBUDDY. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TUBEBUDDY is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TUBEBUDDY and level up your channel faster. We working.